We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Goff. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. On is the former all-conference return man from nearby TCU, Kevontae Turpin. Brings it in at the 12. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Milton. Dump off caught by his back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Has him on the quick hitter. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They motion a receiver left. Here he is on 3rd and long. It is Cup, left side. Still going inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off play action. Goff. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Finds Laporta. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Jack Fox on the punt. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
He's got room to roam here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Throwing on the run, deep down. He's got it inside the 25. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And in for the Dallas touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And, well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He cuts it back right. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions making a 1-score game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Let's go now.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the 1st. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Milton buys time, rolling right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Back-to-back carries here. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Williams will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
This time it's a passing play. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
To throw, Milton. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. Touchdown, Dallas. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
16 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Throwing again, it's Goff. Caught by the open man. Touchdown, Detroit. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Here's Milton. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Milton now. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. We'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Milton back to throw. Forced out to his right. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's go now.
Now Milton to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Man in motion here. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Lions with 2nd and 6.
Super 66.
Goff. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. This is ahead for about 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5. Looking to the air here. Cut out left. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. From midfield now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
Turpin with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Great vision, gets him across midfield. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock here, we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw. Break it the length of the field, for 6 big points.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Goff on 1st and 10. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, it's Goff. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
18, Pioneer. Go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 tight, 19 tight. Get up.
He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60. Set.
They go play action here. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 now. Now we'll fire one up the middle and deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Komet brings it in. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That's taken at the 15. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Lions will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He finds Laporta. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Here's Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. From the red zone now. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Here's Milton. Stays in the... Oh, he lost the football. Going the other way. Lions have it. A lot of grass ahead. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
1st down throw from Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another massive hit. The ball is out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively. And that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
They go play action on first. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Here's the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Slot man in motion right. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Wow, wide open here, complete. Escapes a defender. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions need only one to take the lead. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Fox now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Escapes out to the left. Connects with the open man downfield. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. They're set up at the 35 now. Running this one left. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Man in motion, out of the slot. 2nd and 3. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now, but will it stand? We got to Let's see what this flag is all about. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Milton now. That throw finds Pickens. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. This is the end of the third quarter. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go.
To throw, Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16. Third and just 2 to go.
Cowboy 80. Here we go.
Back now, pressure on its way. This ball's cut by Pickens. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion. It's a jet sweep. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
He's got it! And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now Milton to throw. Escapes the pocket. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Let's go now.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tight end gets it running forward. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Keeping the tight end busy here. Another carry for the big fella. And this is a decent pickup to the 5. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Throwing from near his own goal line. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Milton back to throw. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. Going the other way, Lions have it. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Milton. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
19, Tiger.
Throwing now, Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a...
And they get to him again! And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Lions will go on offense. First and 10 from the 41. Off play action, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Goff off 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Throwing again, it's Goff. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
This throw is cupped. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Fox now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. A bit of desperation, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
We go tonight.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
We go.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He fires one deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown.